Hi, I'm Melissa, your free range psychic. Today is May 23rd, 2021. It's a Sunday. And I hope everybody, or at least some of you, had a chance to catch me on Celtic Tarot. I was on with Sheila and Whimsy, and it was so much fun. And we covered a lot, I think. If you can, you haven't already seen it, I'd love for you to, catch it if you could. Let me know what you think. So today I am going to do a guided reading on Lin Wood, who is described as a pro-Trump attorney, Q leader, and that major sycophant of Trump. So Lin Wood is one of the people leading the Arizona Maricopa County audit. So my guides wanted me to do a reading on Lin Wood because they want to calm everybody down regarding all this ridiculous insanity of these very destructive audits being led by the cyber ninjas who have no experience in auditing elections. Arizona has given the GQP full access to the ballots, to the machines, to the point where now the Secretary of State is saying, well, we can't use them again. It's going to cost us $6 million to replace them. We don't know what they've done with them. There's been no oversight. And this whole carnival, crazy clown carnival car expects to spread out. Now I think Georgia is next, and Texas, and they want to go to Michigan, and they can't overturn the election, just so you know. They just can't. But what they can do is, and what they're intending to do, is destroy people's faith in democracy so much to the point where it will injure and spread doubt on any future election, and also give the Republican Party the power to overturn any election that doesn't turn out their way where they are in the majority. And you can bet that Putin is behind this, and all the people who are within that realm, like Flynn and the DeVosses, etc., to destroy our democracy, just like they tried to overtly do on January the 6th with the insurrection. This is a continuing insurrection, this attack on our democracy. And they literally are attacking our physical democracy as well as our belief in our democracy. And Lin Wood is a major leader and proponent of this. And he brings in Q and the apocryphal tales of Armageddon, and somehow that this is a divine necessity to save the world from the Democratic and Hollywood Satanists. So the deck I'm using is the Ciro Marchetti Gilded Tarot, and I'm doing a 3-card spread. And this is the card that is representing Lin Wood. So this is Lin Wood as the magician, using illusion, using fantastic tales, using mesmerism almost to create this alternative view of reality, which has no grounding in fact, to alter and also control a certain population of our country to support the overthrow of our democracy, continually changing and altering the story, the narrative, to bend it to the arc of, or towards the arc of autocracy that somehow is justified by these lies and illusions and stories that he tells. But he knows, the magician knows it's false. He doesn't really believe in any of it. But he's using the gullibility of his audience to make the trick happen, to make them believe the trick, just like sawing a person in half, or, you know, pulling a rabbit out of a hat. And it's a powerful position to be in, the magician. The next card that came up for him is the Five of Cups. Now, I think if it had been several weeks ago when I was doing this reading, the Lovers would have come up, just like with Kevin McCarthy, because it's the same kind of relationship that he has with Trump. And it is what Trump demands of anybody that comes within his orbit that accepts his offer of assistance, or is hopeful and drawn to Trump's power and his ability to open doors and raise them up. But it's always a toxic or poison apple. Because once you step into that dynamic, Trump, he will have no less than your soul. He wants your sworn allegiance, and if you challenge him on anything, then you're dead meat. He makes you and he can break you. And he loves that power. And he gets that by compromise or by coercion or by any means necessary. So these lesser narcissists, maybe, Trump is the alpha malignant narcissist, and you have all these other narcissists that come into his realm, or people in an ego state or desperate state. Think about Lindsey Graham. And for some reason, they really believe that they will be different, that if they do what Trump wants, they will achieve their goal of power, wealth, fame, whatever it is they want. Their ambition will be fulfilled. But it's a trap. It's always a trap. It will never quite go the way they want. And even if for periods of time they have what they want, they're always watching their back. They're terrified of what's coming, because by that time, there's real compromise there. They put themselves and their families also in very vulnerable positions. And even to the point where Trump's followers will threaten death or harm to the families. I'm sure that any of the GOP, any of the Republican Party that have decided to take a stand against Trump have received those threats, because Trump is truly mafia. So what happens with Lin Wood? Having thought, I guess, he was a shoo-in for the South Carolina Republican Party share, which people like Flynn and Mike Lindell, whatever, they've all endorsed him. But what happens? I think this was just within a week. Trump comes out and gives his full endorsement to his opponent. And this is him, Five of Cups, and he is heartbroken. He's absolutely heartbroken. He had his heart set on it. Now, outwardly, he's saying, I'm fine, no problem. Trump is a genius. He's playing chess. If Trump did what he did, there's a reason for it. We can't even question it, because, Trump is really God. He's the High Emperor. He's the all-knowing and all-seeing Trump. And who am I to even criticize him one iota for this? I don't care, because he has a higher purpose, and I acquiesce to that. It's a religious thing. I mean, the magician has couched this as a religion, with Trump as our cult, right? As the cult leader. So he's not going to question what the cult leader does. But behind the scenes, he's pissed. He can't even believe it. everything he's risked, everything he's done. He's worked so very hard to get this position and then to climb up, and his hopes are dashed here. In the future, my guides gave me this card, the Tower. So just like all the other GOP sycophants and traitors, those who've sold their souls and our democracy out for their ambitions, for their greed, because of the Lovers card, which I'll see if I can find it really quickly here. I should have had that out too, but they're all tied too closely with Trump to avoid the tower falling, the Trump Tower falling. They're all going to fall out of that because they're all now married to it. And Lin Wood is also going to be a casualty to lightning striking the Trump Tower. And he's in big time trouble. If anybody knows the behind the scenes reasons as to why Trump has rejected Lin Wood, I would like to know. I haven't found that out yet. I haven't asked my guides either. It just occurred to me to ask. But this is going to be the end result, the outcome for Lin Wood. And also the outcome, my guides say, for the audit. The FBI and DOJ will come in and they will put an end to it. And there are federal charges to come. Oh yeah, I've forgotten. My guide said that part of why they're letting it happen, though, take it with a grain of salt, but what I gathered anyway is it's like a sting operation. The FBI is really curious to see how those the voting machines are tampered with electronically. Like, what are they going to do? Is there any damage that's going to come to them? And if so, they can trace all that. They can see what kind of cyber interference, what has been planted in those machines or what has been read. Everything is trackable. So they said that there is a lot of information they're going to get after the fact, but the whole thing is just going to go up in smoke, and it is now backfiring, and it will backfire even further on the GOP. It's not going to destroy our democracy. In the end, we'll have a stronger democracy. Yeah, so it is a scary clown car carnival ride that we're watching right now, but it's going to end in smoke and ashes and in flames. The card that my guides chose for us is Diligence. The sacred landscape wants you to know there are times in life to step forward and take risks, but there are also other times to be patient, step carefully and slowly, and know that the benefits you will gain in the future will be worth it. Be attentive, meticulous, and persistent. Use this time to plan for action, steps in the future. Be diligent and consistent of each step as you move forward. By doing so, you will harvest remarkable results in the years ahead. This is not the time for instant gratification. Your diligence will pay off in the future tenfold. This is the time for deliberate organization, clean house, clear clutter out of your life. Be thoughtful about how you spend your time, and be discerning with choosing whom you choose to spend it with. Clear out relationships that do not support you. Diligence. At this part of my video, I always tell people I am available for personal readings. I read on past lives, anything in the present, including past and future. And I am a medium. I also love to introduce you to your guardian angels. I left my contact information below in the description box, and also it is at the end of the forthcoming musical interlude that I always include at the end of my videos. You guys, take care. I love you. Enjoy your day, night, evening, wherever I find you. Please like and subscribe. I always forget to say that, but I would really appreciate it if you have not yet subscribed, please do. I will be with you next week. Take care. My love to you all. Bye-bye.